Welcome to Endoscopy Essentials. In our next episode, we're doing something special. We're starting with what I would call ISGNA talks. What's ISGNA? ISGNA, I memorized it, is European Society of Gastrointestinal Endoscopy Assistants.
And associated.
Associated,
yes.
Okay. My guest is Arianna Parrella
yes.
from Bologna. Very beautiful city. You are vice president, one of the vice presidents.
Yeah.
Are you originally from Bologna?
I'm originally from Bologna, but I currently work in the hospital, public hospital in Carpi. It's a city near Modena.
Mm-hmm.
And I developed the majority of my competences in endoscopy thanks to this hospital and the opportunity to grow as a nurse and get my specialization through a master's and learning a lot about advanced procedure.
Bologna is such a beautiful city. It's famous for an old university, for good food. So you grew up directly in Bologna?
Yeah, nearby. Not
nearby,
exactly
yeah.
in the middle, in the center of Bologna, but yeah, nearby. And all my region, that is called Emilia-Romagna, is very famous for this. Very good food, very good people. A lot of exchanges of experience. Bologna is famous for the university, so a lot of people that come and go, and that create a very good culture and a very great opportunity to meet others from different nationalities and a different idea and point of view.
Which probably must have had some influence on you, because you are now in an international association, liaising with other people. Probably.
I always fell in love, and I was always, when I was younger and look at the people growing up, when you are at, the experience, the feeling when you are at the airport, look at the people, say where they are going or what their job. They're always flying somewhere from someone, and this definitely affected me. I love to learn. I love to meet new people. I love to grow as a person and as also professionist. This is necessary in our job. And, growing this kind of situation can help you through this process, but not only the only thing that can help you through this process.
And how was your training? How is the training in Italy? What's the correct terminology, by the way? Nurses? Is that still? Or
yes, nurses.
Health assistant? Or how would you call yourself?
I am a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
I get a master's, so I have my specialization. So I can call me a GI endoscopy nurse because I got my specialization in that. But I'm a nurse. We get the university training, so we have 3 years, and then we get our degree, and then you can continue studying until you get your PhD if you want, or you can stop in the middle with other specialization, with masters or other kind of opportunity of studying thanks to the university.
That's quite an academic career.
Yeah,
Is that normal in Italy, or your colleagues working, let's say, in endoscopy?
It's not normal. You have this opportunity, and I hope that a lot of young colleagues can take also this opportunity to combine, the experience that is extremely important, that you keep during your process while you are working, and the study, what you learn, thanks to the publication, the research, all the studies. This is really important. You have to combine these two things, and I hope that the youngest can do this kind of stuff.
I see you were talking about research. Is that something you are also becoming familiar with?
I'm trying to.
During that training course?
Yeah, not during your master. You start looking about research, but you have to reach the PhD level if you want to do a real research, or working with scientific society to publish, or with other colleagues, or with your doctors. Sometimes they can be very helpful. You can learn a lot from them because they are more into research. Unfortunately, we have different way of being trained also at university. So for the doctors, it's definitely more common. to be introduced into the research aspect. For the nurse, it's not that common, but it's not impossible.
I think we are in the core of the issue, because my feeling is always that when I look around a little bit, if you're a nurse and if you enter the career ladder, you get away from your actual activities.
That's the point.
And go into administration and the kind of, up in the sky but not down to earth type of thing.
And that's the problem. Sometimes you want to have a university career. Maybe you want to become a professor. But if you lost the part in the endoscopy room, you lost the technical part. And if you want to be a good professor, you must combine again the research, but the technical part, the feelings, to know what really happened. Because it's easy to teach something, but sometimes it's totally different and definitely more difficult to demonstrate that you are able to fix a problem during an emergency or something like this. And the idea, I hope that not only me, but someone who wants to follow this way can combine still work in endoscopy unit to maintain their technical skills, the hard and the famous soft skills also, but also teach to the youngest to show them that there is other way to be a nurse. You can choose the profession that you want to be, but you have a choice. For a lot of years, we haven't the choice.
That's very good that you mentioned it. Back to your career. So when you started this training, did you do some internal medicine or surgical training, or how did you end up in endoscopy?
Oh, it's a very nice story. I get my degrees. Then I start working as a freelance nurse. And I jump into endoscopy for the destiny, I'm gonna say. And I completely fell in love with GI endoscopy. And
in Bologna?
In Bologna. No, in Bologna. Mm-hmm. But I only perform the basics. So, colonoscopy and gastroscopy. That's it. And then I ended up in carpi. And then my passion exploded. Because I saw that there was a lot of more possibility. A lot of more to learn. All the emergency, all the management of the bleedings, the advanced procedure, ESD, ERCP, and then thanks to the master, I see definitely a lot more. I'm very thankful to my chief and my unit, and because we are always trying to get new devices, new technique, new.
Who was the master, by the way? Or who was or is the master?
My chief is Dr. Mauro Manno. He's a real leader and is really pushy.
So compliments to him.
Yeah. No, I'm very thankful. Once I remember, it's very nice to say, once I said, Doctor, you're so tough to me. And I don't know if I'm doing well, And he says, I know that you can reach the perfection and I don't want anything less from you. So I think that was the best compliment.
Okay, so it was an early love affair with endoscopy?
Yeah.
That was how long ago?
8 years.
8 years already?
Yeah. Already 8 years.
And how would you describe your career since then? Many young people are concerned with their career, where could I get? And what were your initial intentions when you started? Learn the things and get forward. But did you have some idea in mind that maybe someday you would do endoscopies by yourself? Or what was the vision?
No, not the beginning. The beginning, I didn't realize all the possibility that there were. So it was totally shocked when I realized all the possibility. And I'm so hungry about the possibility, you know what I mean? So I start learning and you do some research, and then I discover ISGNA. That is extremely important in that, because ISGNA, thanks to the webinar, thanks to all the position statement, thanks to the possible injury, the convention, help us to create a group and exchange experience, exchange ideas, and learning from each other, because there's a lot of difference between the European countries. So we still have learning. Do you have a question? Do you know something about some specific device? You can ask to your colleague, and he or she can help you. This is really important.
Or simply what you're allowed to do in different countries.
What do you, if in your country you are more advanced than mine, I can, let me say, copy in a very good sense. I try to bring the good part to my country, to evolve also in my situation, not only as Arianna or as a nurse in my hospital, but for all the endoscopy nurses in Italy in this case. So I wasn't aware about all this kind of possibility. And then I start, and was quite amazing. And I says, okay, I have the possibility to be aware of this, to know this, and I want the other know that there are this kind of possibility. So this is why
starting with your team, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to, thanks to ESGENA, to spread the ESGENA word, involve as much colleagues as I can, and show them all that you can choose, all the possibilities that are at the moment, because just at the moment, maybe something can change again.
Which would be 8 years later? What's your next step of vision? You're working in a therapeutic endoscopy unit, you see all these new procedures, you see new technologies, you might be doing even or assisting or doing research.
Mm-hmm.
How will that develop? Is the big dream to doing endoscopy by yourself, or?
This could be an option. I definitely want to get my PhD, to conclude my study career and get my PhD. And yes, have the opportunity to bring in Italy something new, like the endoscopist nurse. It could be a very, very good thing. So I really love it. But I want to be a master in all the procedure. I want to become very good at all the therapeutic procedure. The most important thing is to be able to transmit the patients to other colleagues, and bring young people that can be very passionate in this, and that can be grown and become very good and passionate and dedicated to the endoscopy.
In Italy, I guess there's a shortage of personnel as well.
Yeah.
Northern Italy, like in Germany, Austria, other countries. And there's a shortage of doctors. So how can we cope with that?
This is a very good question, and I don't know if I have an answer. Every time someone asks me this question, I think that we should start from the basics. We should go to the schools, the high school, and show them the possibility. Because I don't know in Germany, but in Italy, if you're a doctor, you are full of lights, but you're a nurse, you are just a nurse. But I'm not just a nurse.
I think that's a problem everywhere, or could be, absolutely.
I'm not just a nurse, because we are a team. You cannot perform your endoscopy without me, and I cannot perform the endoscopy without you. And if you want to have a good goal of your procedure, I must be very professional. I must know what I'm doing. I must know all the devices and all the clinical part. I'm not just an end. I'm an end with a brain that must follow together. And if we can go through the school and show them you can be a nurse in this way, I think that something can change. Because this is why nobody wants to be a nurse at the moment.
Yeah, maybe you should even, as we had before, rephrase what you are doing, because it's not nurse type of thing. So people think nurse turns the patient from right to left in his bed.
Exactly.
And in fact, in endoscopy, it's one of the disciplines where the part of the assistant is more than maybe even in surgery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like ERCP.
You are a real second operator, like the second surgeon.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. But on the other hand, there's a lot of boring stuff. The routine, upper and lower, it's boring for the endoscopist, it's boring for the assistant. you open the forceps, you open the snare. It's a little bit more tricky.
Yeah.
But do you think that you should get rid of that, and there should be assistant with a lower qualification, or even robots at some stage?
I don't
for
think
the
so.
simple stuff.
I don't think I get you. I ask you a question. It's not just an open and close the forceps. I should know the diameter of the forceps. I should know if it's enough long, if it's proper. There is a needle, it's okay, it's for the stomach. Or we are in a column that different, totally different from the stomach.
Okay, touché. So we need a very sophisticated robot. But tell me at the end of this very nice interview, the immediate plans for you at the ISGNA. So which initiatives you would like to tell the audience?
I would like to tell that we are working on improving all our papers to get all the colleagues get more knowledge, thanks to the webinar, but also thanks to position statement and all this kind of stuff that are extremely important for us. And I hope that we as ESGENA can improve that and can reach definitely much more people to get them know that can be part of a group, can learn, can grow, not only as a professional, but also as person.
Well, in these days, maybe Europe comes back as a big unity. Let's conclude with that. Arianna, I thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much for inviting me.